these are interesting controls and very useful. There's a notch control and a shift control. Okay. Here we have the shift. Brings him way over on one side of the pass band and the other side of the pass band. Without going into big amount of detail, it moves it around within the receiving range of filtering. So sometimes it's very helpful when it's crowded. You listen to him on one side and it's easier to pick him up. Same thing with a notch. You have to push that button for the notch. And this knob here, hear what it's doing?
Yeah. Oh, we lost him all, or maybe he's not talking.
There, he's right in the notch. Now the real use for that, more than adjacent interference or QRM. That's our favorite word, QRM.
QRM. Does that mean noise?
That means interference from other stations. Whereas
okay.
QRN
is noise.
Okay. Atmospheric.
All right, I was close. Yeah.
This is really handy for cutting out a certain amount of noise.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all that buzz is gone.
Yeah, well, that helps some. Oops.
Spot.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's for use. Now here's other filters here, which are also very handy. See, this one we're on the full high range of the filters. Now if you push this right here,
the digital,
then we can move that.
When would you want to use that?
When there's a lot of signals on the band next to each other and you try to tune somebody out. This is actually an audio derived filter. So it's useful, but not as good as nowadays. They use digital signal processing that's actually done on the other part of the receiver. But this works fine. I have this in an external box at my place. This is built in. So you got that. So that takes care of most of the receive kinds of things. Let's see, we have memories and all. You can read about the memories in here. If you want to set them up, feel free. Memory checks, got up some repeater things, which are helpful on 10 meters FM, which may be good over there. They may use repeaters that you can access with this. That means that you transmit on one frequency and the repeater hears you there, hooks it into a transmitter that transmits on another frequency, a specified distance away and frequency. And then when the other guy comes back, it works the same way. So your little one here goes into the big one that's up on a hill or something.
So you cover more area.
You know, bigger antennas and all that. So there are 10 meter repeaters. Most repeaters are on VHF.
Okay.
6 meters, 2 meters, 1.
I know there are repeaters. I saw them.
I'm sure there are.
I saw them. So.
And if you put up a nice little 2 meter FM antenna somewhere, I'm sure you'll be able to talk to fellows over there on whatever their repeater frequencies are. You need a 2 meter rig like this one here. And I guess you're going to take one with you, but you can buy one of those.
Oh, I'll get it over there.
They're available all over the world.
Right now, the euro is not too bad for us, and got a good exchange, so it's not going to kick my butt to buy stuff over there like it was before.
Okay, so this is all the different memories and that kind of thing. If you had them programmed in, there'd be all sorts of different memories, and you can do that. The book tells you how to do the memories. And this is right to the memory, and there's exchange and all that kind of thing. Okay, so now we're going to transmit a little bit. We're going to plug in the microphone, and you'll find that it's pretty much dirt simple to transmit. We just go to some frequency. That's listening to a TV set. You'll hear a lot of that. We'll go here. Okay, so we can. When you're trying to zero in on something, you'll notice on this thing there's an up-down switch. So see, hold down 3. There's up and there's down.
So this is just moving on the band a little bit.
Yeah, just moving a little bit. If you push fast and then up, it goes every
10.
Every 100.
More 100?
Yeah. Okay. So that's what's going on there. Now with this thing, once again, you can with the mic, you can either push the talk button, and it'll transmit. Okay. And the other thing you need to do once you start transmitting is you need to adjust. Here's the art on this one. This is the power output from the radio. Sometimes it's nice to be able to dial that back down, like when you're tuning, or might just want to pull it back for one reason or another. Often when you're driving an amplifier, you back off the power a little to match it. But the main thing is mic gain. Okay? And that's this one right here. And that's the one you need to adjust whilst you're talking into the microphone. And you're going to watch this meter while you do that. You're going to put this thing over in the ALC position.
Is that
ALC,
test?
no, ALC is the automatic, could be level control. We like to call it automatic level control. What that is a circuit which, as you talk and feed audio into this thing and make RF to go out to the antenna, you can overdo it. And you can get it to the point where there's too much for the radio to handle. When it does that, you're ideally, here's your waveform again. See, that's an audio waveform. That's what you'd like to do. See, these are a little rounded. When you see them on a scope, they actually look like this.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And what happens if you don't use some kind of automatic level control is you'll overdo the thing, and it'll go up here and it'll flatten off. And flatten off down there.
Yeah.
And up here it'll flatten and flatten. And what that does is produce extreme distortion in the audio.
So you can't hear.
You'd like to avoid that. On modern rigs, it's almost impossible to make that happen.
You have to work real hard.
You have to work real hard to make it sound bad. But the intention here is to have this ALC operation. And when you're using it here, see on the meter, there's a little green portion there of that lower bottom scale. So if I talk a little here, and I go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. See how it goes right up to the top of the ALC range? And that's where I've got this. I can run the ALC up about there, and it won't go 1, 2. See, it goes past the ALC range. You don't want that. You want to adjust this generally on these rigs, maybe a quarter of the way open. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that it's
7 FE. Yeah, that's the whole.
So if I'm transmitting, I want to make sure it's not going over that silver part there and into the orange.
Right. Don't go past.
Because then I've got some I'll have distortion.
And all of that is covered here in the book as you read through it.
Yeah, but it's nice, and I'll spend a lot of time going over it and making sure I understand everything.
This knob here, this is a squelch, which you never use, except on 10 meter FM maybe. This has a built-in keyer. You don't care right now. I don't know what that is.
RFSP.
We'll have to look that up.
Well, if you don't know, I probably don't need to know either.
Well, it's probably useful for something. We'll find out. This is break-in for the keyer. We don't care about that. This is a noise blanker. And when you push that, and then you start to advance this, it should start to cut back noise. I didn't see where it did much. But this adjusts the depth of the blanker. I'm not sure it's
doing anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's...
At least we don't hear it.
No.
Got the days of the commission.
Hey, Grandpa, you're supposed to be over here.
All right.
Make sure you get some video when I'm talking to him from Europe, because we will be doing it.
Okay, so anyway, presuming if you have some kind of noise to get rid of, you can push that noise blanket and advance this to the point where it's real hard to, it gets distorted and then back it off. This is, AF means audio frequency, right? This means radio, RF, that's the front end sensitivity. But you can back this up.
So use both dials to help you bring them in.
Yeah. See how much less background noise there is?
And so that's adjusting some of the background noise and bringing his...
When you have a fairly strong signal. You have two fairly strong signals. I mean, we can get this so we'll lose him. Get it up there. And it's a lot better than listening to it this way.
Oh, for sure.
Some guys, it takes them 30 years to learn that.
No way.
And they buy radios and they crank them up full blast from the RF section. They say, I got a noisy receiver. Because they don't know how to use it. and they aren't happy with the radio because it hears so much noise, and it's just actually a very sensitive radio.
They've got it set to
got
too high
RF gain set too high.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but